Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Jays have won 14 straight games so far. We'll see if they can extend that to 15 next. Cy Young gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in his last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
Now in the box, Adalberto Mondesi. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Kansas City, the shortstop, Adalberto.
First pitch
Mondesi.
coming. Here it is. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Half swing that time. They'll appeal it down to third. No swing, says Gary Simmons. It's ball 1. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Gordon.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Young has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
And he fouls this one off. Ready with another 0-2. And this is swung on and missed, and Gordon becomes out number 2 now.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Whit Merrifield next to hit. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. Looking to at least put the ball in play here this inning. The windup and the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Alomar onto the grass. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Royals go down 1-2-3. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Mike Montgomery will be the starter for the Royals in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, his last start wasn't a particularly good one, and he was rattled around a little bit. Couldn't get through the 4th inning. He's going to have to look to rebound here. He's going to need much better stuff than he took to the mound in his last start.
Standing in, Tony Gwynn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For Toronto, the right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Now here it comes. On the ground to the left side. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Nothing fires me up more than watching a hitter take what a pitcher gives them. Pitches away, batter's able to keep his hands inside, not try and do too much, and just force feed a single.
At the plate, Roberto Alomar. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. That batting average up in the stratosphere here to begin play. 2 home runs and 17 RBIs. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they'll make him fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak, and after that knock, it's an even dozen.
To the plate now, Ted Williams. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get one, if not both of them, home. And the run will score all the way from first. It's a 2-0 ball game.
We didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks of this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked, drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs, and they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
Stepping in now, Mickey Mantle, as he rips it on the ground to second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. But they will not get an out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now.
Dan, that hit right there extends his hit streak to 8 games. Are you aware of stuff like that?
No doubt about it right now. He's swinging the bat really well, and after that knock right there, hey, listen, 8 games is nothing to sneeze at, so you can say, hey, he's going a whole calendar week with getting at least 1 base hit, so there's a lot of positives going on right now.
Batting 6, not shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
In now, Cal Ripken. And now the Blue Jays look to put some more across the plate in this opening frame. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, and he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. And that is down for extra bases, as this will get 1 home and maybe 2.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or 2 early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room. But that double, they're up 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs, he's going to be heading to the showers before some of the fans are even in their seats.
Into the box now, Johnny Bench. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And the run will cross on the sac fly and make it a 4-0 game.
Usually when you score a lot of runs in 1 inning, like this inning, you're doing a lot of things right. And how about this? A sac fly to drive in another run. They have to be happy with this.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone. And here comes Junior. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Dozier has a play. And that ends the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. The Jays are out in front, 4-0. Digging in now, Jorge Soler.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fouled off. swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. And there are the umpires working this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
So he punches him out looking at the fastball. Jorge Soler goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike one. One out, nobody on. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
And up steps Salvador Perez. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Salvador Perez behind in the count, 0-2.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. KC down in order. They trail here 4-0. Stepping in for the Jays, John Olerud, with 10 runs batted in on 5 hits in the series. He's a guy to keep an eye on in this one.
Olerud.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drilled down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Good to think about that. You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
Here comes the first pitch. Line drive to left. That's in there. Base hit. Now the throw comes quickly into the third baseman, so they're at the corners now to begin the inning.
And we take a look at the line right here, and it's not pretty. He's given up 7 hits, and we're only in the second inning. So one of 3 things is going to happen. He's either going to buckle down and start hitting his spots, he's going to continue to get shelled. Our game is going to last about 5 hours, or he's going to get the hook early and head for the showers.
Standing in now, Roberto Alomar. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. Alomar is, of course, a switch hitter, and he uses that to his advantage. He's one of the few truly elite hitters in baseball, and that's true no matter which batter's box he stands in. Line drive to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. The tag from Perez. He's out at the plate. At the plate, Ted Williams.
The left fielder, Ted Williams.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pulled toward right center field. Phillips is on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays held in check. They lead it 4-0. So striding in, Ryan O'Hearn. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Popped him up. Overroot has room in foul territory. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Maikel Franco. He's gone 0 for his first 6 at-bats in the series so far. The pitch.
Ball, that's in.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
The 1-1. Taken, strike 2. The 1-2. Freezes him, a strikeout looking.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
Brett Phillips will bat next. And he puts it on the ground to second. Alomar gloves it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Stepping up to the plate, Mickey Mantle, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Mickey Mantle.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's down into left center for a base hit.
And they start the 3rd inning the way they finished off the first 2, doing damage. As we take a look at his numbers, you can see they've had his numbers since the first pitch. If he doesn't buckle down soon, he might have a short outing here.
At the plate now, Chipper Jones. And opposite field as he lines this down the line in right. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Mantle is on his way home. He scores as they push the lead to 5 now. He pulls into third safely as a run will score on the play as well. That triple just seems to be par for the course for him of late.
Yeah, Matty, he's seen the ball extremely well. There's no doubt about that. You can see here that the body is calm. He keeps his hands back, and he just explodes through the baseball, winding up at third with another RBI under his belt.
Now here comes the Royal skipper up the stairs on his way to the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. So it's an early shower here this afternoon, as this will not go down as one of his better outings. Jake Kalish is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Into the box, Cal Ripken. He squares it up and hits a bolt to left center. And this is going to find the alley, as he might have himself his second double of the ballgame. On to second, but he's in safely. As also on the play, a run comes across to score. At the plate, Johnny Bench. He swings and lines it to left, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Man, this guy's really starting to swing the stick again, D-Roll. That extends his hitting streak to 9 games.
Yeah, he's leaking into 3 series right here now. 9 games, that's getting firm. He's seeing the ball well, and he's making a proper...
And the sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's 7-0.
First baseman, number 9, John Olerud.
So digging in now, John Olerud. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
From the stretch. Lifted the other way to left center. Phillips is on the move. He can't get to it. This one's down. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's 8-0. Now
batting, right fielding, Tony
Gwynn. Stepping in now, Tony Gwynn. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
So now to the plate, Roberto Alomar, as he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Soler moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. A look at our upcoming schedule for the next few days. After our ball game this afternoon, these two will be back at it again on Sunday, and then you see what's next for these guys in the week ahead. Coming to the plate now, Ted Williams. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. High in the air out to center field. Phillips is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Settling in now, Mickey Mantle. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. First pitch of the at-bat. Heading out towards shallow right. Soler's after it, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well.
Now batting.
That is what every manager is looking for out of the middle of his lineup. When you get your 3, 4, and 5 hitters producing this early in the season, it can be contagious, and everyone in the lineup starts to contribute.
Eric Skoglund is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. Into the box now, Chipper Jones. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 0-1 delivery. A bouncer to the left side. Not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground ball, and that ends the inning. But tack on 6 more as they just continue to turn it on in this one. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Blue Jays 10 and the Royals nothing. Striding in once again, Adalberto Mondesi back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1.
I'd like to see this lineup start working the count a little bit more and drive up this pitcher's pitch count.
Fouled away. And he fouls this one off. And he rolls over on that one. Foul. It's still 0-2. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Gwynn is there, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
1 away for the Royals here in the 4th. And that'll bring up the veteran left-handed hitting outfielder Alex Gordon. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, with Merrifield.
Ready for another chance? Whit Merrifield. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
I can't tell you how big a pitch that is right there to be called the ball. 2-0 as an offensive player, man, it's almost 70% fastball. 1-1, he opens up the entire arsenal to get you out.
2 balls and a strike.
Count is 2-1.
No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Now here it comes. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. KC down in order, starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it's one of those games where everything has come together for his hitters. From their approach, to their swings, to the results. It's all working. One key indicator of that, 6 extra base hits to this point in the game.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and stepping up as the shortstop, Cal Ripken. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. Merrifield brings it in, and that's out number 1.
Next to the Blue Jays.
Ready now, Johnny Bench. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft, and try and drive something in the gap.
Line drive to center field. Phillips is there, 2 gone.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball, but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Two are gone now in the Blue Jays half of the 4th, and here comes Junior. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Phillips is there for it, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays, but they're still in front, 10-0. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
The right fielder.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Jorge Soler.
Here comes the first pitch. Jorge Soler is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
One of the biggest factors on how long you're going to go with a start is how many first pitch strikes you throw. 80% usually means you're going to have a pretty good day, and that's on the menu so far.
The 0-2 delivery. Fly ball out toward left center field. Mantle is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
Hunter Dozier digging in now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Oh, he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Man, he's in control of all his weapons right here. 1 strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Alomar fields it cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 15 up, 15 down to start the ball game. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Jays lead it 10-0. Stepping up now, John Olerud. He'll start things out in the home half of inning number 5.
John Olerud.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Line towards center field. Phillips is right there. 1 down.
Now batting.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Digging in, Tony Gwynn, trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And now the second pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left. In there, a base hit. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Stepping in, Roberto Alomar. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll send it on to first, and that'll freeze the runner at second with 2 away now.
Well executed 2-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Next to bat for Toronto, Ted Williams, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is Soler. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. 4th home run here in the early going as they just continue to pour it on here.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
At the plate now, Mickey Mantle. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Phillips is there for it. And that's the third out. So it's 2 runs here on 2 hits, with one of them being the home run. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Blue Jays 12 and the Royals nothing. At the plate, Ryan O'Hearn comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Here's the first pitch to him. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
Offensive game plan needs to change right here. They need to get a little bit more aggressive. It's too late to try and work counts.
And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Alomar has it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
When the guy on the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind him.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Michael Franco. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball. Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. And another foul ball.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled off. Set to deal on 2-2.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. On pitch number 10 is the one that finally does it as he strikes out after a long battle here.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
Brett Phillips is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
And it's a 2-2 count to Brett Phillips.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Fouled off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown, as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. Royals go down 1-2-3. Just about given up for dead. It's 12-0. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in now, one of the best players of the past 2 decades, the great Chipper Jones. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air into shallow left center. Gordon comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Striding in, Cal Ripken. He's roped a couple of doubles in 3 trips to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Legs churning. He's headed for second, and that's off the left field wall. Around second now and headed for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Wow, you think they'd learned their lesson and would pitch around this guy. That's his 3rd extra base hit of the game. This one a triple, and he can seemingly do nothing wrong.
To the plate now, Johnny Bench. He swings and grounds it to short. Mondesi brings it in, and it's in time to get him. But a run is in to score away from the play.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
Striding forward now is the DH, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll try and start things over now with the bases empty and 2 away following the RBI ground ball. First pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Phillips is underneath this one, and that will retire the side. So 1 run here, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We're through 6 full. Toronto leads this one 13-0. So the Royals batting order turns over and set to go. Adalberto Mondesi. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going. This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Strikes him out here, so that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, man. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
In now, Alex Gordon. As he'll take a look at ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game so far. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. Got him. So that's the second out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
With Merrifield next to bat. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there. Going right after one of the better hitters on this team. Not afraid to execute.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play.
Hey, that fastball caught too much of the plate on an 0-2 count.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. KC down in order, still looking up at a 13-0 score. Jesse Hahn enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Jesse Hahn.
Last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the first baseman, John Olerud.
John Olerud.
Now here it comes. Ripped down the first base line. And this is going to get past him at first. That's a fair ball. And this will find the wall down near the 328 sign. And the Jays are in business now. It's a leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning. And he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
At the plate, Tony Gwynn. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Phillips is right there, 1 down.
Now back, second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Digging in the switch hitter, Roberto Alomar. He's set, and the pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense, and now they've posted an amazing 14 runs on the board.
So now to the plate, Ted Williams. This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second of the game, as this lead got even wider.
second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Stepping in now, Nick. Mantle.
Number 7.
Popped him up.
Mantle.
Dozier is under it. 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Stepping into the box, Chipper Jones. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. On has his target. Here's the first pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Josh DeMont comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Josh DeMont.
Standing in now, Cal Ripken. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases.
I mean, that had to feel good right there, Dan. That's his third RBI of the game and extends his team's lead. They might have this one locked up.
Well, I'd say those are always big, those add-on insurance runs. Big RBI right there for a little bit more breathing room.
To the plate now, Johnny Bench. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Phillips is there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Jays are out in front, 17-0. In is Jorge Soler. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Now we'll look at our starter comparison for the 2 starting pitchers, and these home fans have been treated to a real gem, as evidenced by that big oval-shaped number in the hit column on the right side of your screen. Now at the plate, Hunter Dozier. No hits to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Alomar gloves it. flip from short right gets him, and there are 2 away.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
Digging in to try it again, Salvador Perez. And then it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Just got the corner that time with a fastball. Strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull the trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Got him. So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans can feel it now as the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're in a wee bit of a hole, down 17-0. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and here comes Junior.
The designated hitter, Ken Griffey.
First pitch of the at-bat. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Now Junior gets a hold of one to deep right. And that is off the wall. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got under it just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
At the plate now, John Olerud. Hit down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Ready with the 0-1. Hit in the air out to left field. And Gordon's there to take it in for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Tony Gwynn, already 4 hits to his credit in this one, looking for a 5th in this at-bat. First pitch on its way. Swing hard liner to left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Wow, this has been a memorable game, but for all the wrong reasons. They've given up a staggering 18 runs here, and they can't go home yet. Can you say painful?
Into the box now, Roberto Alomar, as he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
This guy came into today absolutely on fire, and nothing has changed. He looks seriously bitterish at the dish right now. That's his 3rd knock of the game.
Kevin McCarthy comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
61, Kevin McCarthy.
In now, Ted Williams. Now a ball sliced out of play down the left field line. Gwynn on second. Alomar at first. One gone. High in the air out to center field. Phillips is there for it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
the center fielder, number 7, Mickey Mantle.
Ready for another shot now. Mickey Mantle working on a good line in this ball game. 3 for 5 thus far. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Merrifield shading to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 9th inning coming up. The Blue Jays on top, 18-0. Into the box now, Ryan O'Hearn starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
The 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Got him. So the magic number for a perfect game is now down to 2.
The batter, number 7, designated hitter, Michael Franco.
Coming to the plate now, Michael Franco. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound. He's getting paid to try and get you out as well. Anytime it gets up there north of 7, 8 pitch ABs, sometimes it just comes down to pure execution. Let's see if he makes the adjustment right here.
The 0-1. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on a proverbial rocking horse all night. Changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one. And this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
At the plate, Brett Phillips. As he looks at a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Hey, and the beat goes on. That's number 8.
A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
KC down to their final strike in this one. This is on the ground over to first. And this is taken to the bag for the out, and it's over. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 1 minute. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Kansas City Royals and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Blue Jays have a chance at completing a rare 4-game series sweep. First pitch is coming up. Bob Feller gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Wow, he was awfully good in his last one. A complete game victory. We'll see if he'll be as good in this one as he was in his previous start.
Now in the box, Adalberto Mondesi. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The shortstop, Adalberto Mondesi.
First pitch of the at-bat. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Gwynn is there to put it away for out number 1.
Batting second, the left fielder, number 4, Alex Gordon.
Standing in, Alex Gordon, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Here's the first pitch to him. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
I get it. He wants to see this guy's repertoire, but now he's behind in the count. Puts himself in a tough spot to hit.
And it's fouled away. And this is swung on and missed, and Gordon becomes out number 2 now.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
Whit Merrifield next to bat, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. The windup and the 0-1. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Two out, nobody on. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, Dero. To be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, D-Row, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Royals leave 1, and now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Heath Fillmyer is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Kansas City. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Digging in, Tony Gwynn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
And the pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Mondesi onto the grass, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately. There's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
So now to the plate, Roberto Alomar. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. The 1-0. On a line to shortstop. And it got there so quickly the runner didn't get very far from the bag. They settled with just the 1 out.
Batting first, the left fielder, Ted Williams.
Now at the plate, Ted Williams. He was one of the stars from yesterday's game as he had 3 hits in the victory. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch is a called strike. The throw. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down.
Good steal of second there, and that really sets up the middle of this order to drive in a run and break this scoreless ball game. Always great if you can score first early in the game.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Got to find a way to grind.
0-2 count, and the pitch. High in the air out to center field. Phillips is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, Mickey Mantle.
Coming forward now, the Toronto designated hitter, Mickey Mantle, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. He's in at second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Man, this is a continuation of the great at-bats we saw in last night's game when they lit it up, seemingly scoring at will. Now that double brings in a run for an early lead here. They just keep on keeping on.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Hunter Dozier digging in now. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball down. Hey! 1 ball, 1 strike.
Down the line and fair. That's a hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And the Royals are going to get a man into scoring position right away on the leadoff double.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself into scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Salvador Perez behind in the count, 0-2. Dozier stands at second with no outs. Ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Ryan O'Hearn. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. And it's 1-2.
Ooh-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
To the plate now, Michael Franco, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Fouled off.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
Ready on 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Kansas City. They still trail 1-0. Digging in, Cal Ripken, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch coming, here it is. Hit on the ground to short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Batting 7, the third baseman, Gipper. Go!
Now at the plate, Chipper Jones, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. On a line, that's a base hit into left field.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lifted the other way to left center. Gordon's after it. He can't get to it. This one's down.
No, D-Roll, that's not a bad way to keep it going. A base hit right there. Hitting streak, 15 games and counting.
Yeah, we're halfway through a calendar month, and he looks up and he's had a knock. You can't get caught up in it. You have to trust the process. Keep doing what got you to this point. Staying focused, not trying to do too much, staying within your plan, and studying the opposing pitcher.
This one's down to third. There's Merrifield on to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Brett Phillips will bat next. Comes in 0 for 9 in the series so far, so looking to turn things around in this one.
Brett Phillips.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Nope, at the ball.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
The 1-1 home. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Stepping into the box, Adalberto Mondesi. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Wow, that's 4 straight Ks. He's knocking them down. He's looking for number 5 right here. You can tell this guy on the mound, he is pitching with a whole lot of confidence in this one.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far on this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, as he's well in front of the curveball and comes up empty there for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Griffey Jr. is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. KC down in order. It remains 1-0. Bottom of the 3rd now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Tony Gwynn.
The right fielder, Tony Gwynn.
Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to left. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swing in there as he's on to kick off the inning. Already 2 hits in the ball game as he's on base here in the home 3rd. And as we call on the team leaderboard, you can see that he currently paces the Blue Jays in that category. Stepping in now, Roberto Alomar. Into center field, line drive, base hit.
You know, D-Row, I'm not sure if you're one of those superstitious guys, but a 13-game hitting streak seems like a pretty good number for this guy.
Yeah, that's the old baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at 2 weeks of just sleeping like a baby. I can't be, you're going to hear me reiterate this throughout this streak. I can't tell you, when you're swinging the bat like this, your food tastes better, your wife gets prettier, everything is just working.
Lifted the other way to left center. Phillips is there, and he has it for the first out. And he'll get into 3rd here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone.
We'll see if moving up to 3rd pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for 3rd, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a hit.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Mickey Mantle, and their runners at the corners now. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hard hit ball to second, and that's through, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from 3rd. It's a 2-0 ball game. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit.
Junior.
Runners on the corners now with one man gone. And here comes Junior. First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score. So the base hit there plates their second run of the inning and brings us to our league leaderboard in terms of RBIs.
Junior.
Into the box now, Cal Ripken. Down the line and fair, that's a hit. As he arrives at second without a play, as a run will score on the play as well. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
At the plate now, Chipper Jones. That's in there, base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
John Olerud.
Now the Kansas City manager will make the slow walk to the mound, and he's going to motion for the bullpen, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll beat an early retreat here this afternoon, as he could never really get into the flow of the ball game. Jesse Hahn is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Jesse Hahn.
So now to the plate, John Olerud. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Line hard toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out hit. He'll get it into second. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score.
Oh, man, I don't know how that happened. Looked to be a base hit to the outfield, but then all of a sudden the throw comes in and they get the force on the plate. To be honest, that just can't happen.
Stepping in, Johnny Bench. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. 9 men come to the plate, however. 5 of them score. 3 innings complete. The Jays lead it 6-0. Whit Merrifield next to hit. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
The pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
Now the 1-1 pitch. skied down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
The right fielder, number 12, Jorge Soler.
In is Jorge Soler. First time up, he went down looking.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit back up the middle. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Hunter Dozier. First offering on its way. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
That was an excellent pitch right there. After going soft away, he pounds hard in, and that's a nice pitch.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Tony Gwynn.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Well, these days don't happen often. You better dig yourself when you get 3 knocks in a big league way go.
It's hard to have 3 hits in one day, but boy, this guy's off to a great start in this.
In now, Roberto Alomar, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1.
Runner.
And there he goes towards second. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. And the throw coming quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
To the plate now, Ted Williams. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. The runner scores from second.
When you're up by 7 runs any time in a game, let alone this early, it feels awfully good. They are hitting on all cylinders here, but they have to be careful not to let off the gas pedal now.
Stepping in now, Mickey Mantle. Pulled toward right center field. Phillips is there for it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the fly out. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Ready once again, Ken Griffey Jr. It was an RBI single for him in his last plate appearance. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard to the right side. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. And to score is the runner from third. It's 8-0.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Row, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
Standing in now, Cal Ripken lifted out towards straightaway center field. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And he will get in to score, and it's a run batted in on the sacrifice fly.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the third run across in this inning.
So stepping in, Chipper Jones. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First offering on its way. Leaps and makes a terrific catch, and with that the side is retired. Another look as he goes way up to get that one at short. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Thank you, Heidi.
Number 13. Salvador.
First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike two.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
0-2 count, and the pitch. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
At the plate, Ryan O'Hearn. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He hasn't thrown that pitch much all game. I got to believe as an offense, you just got to throw that pitch away and move on to the next one.
Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now. And I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Into the box now, Michael Franco. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike two taken. A fastball that clips the inside black.
Hey, and the beat goes on. That's number 8.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Jake Kalish gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Striding into the box, John Olerud. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
The first baseman, John Olerud.
From the stretch. Grounded to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Number 5.
Into the box now, Johnny Bench. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And into center field as he's aboard with a one-out single.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Tony Gwynn. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left. And there to take it in is Gordon for out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
So striding forward now, Roberto Alomar. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Line towards center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Into the box, Ted Williams. Hard on the ground towards short. Mondesi scoops it up. Throw on to first is in time, and the Toronto rally goes for naught as the inning is over. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Digging in for his second at bat, Brett Phillips. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Comes back with a fastball up and away that swung on and missed. 0-2.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustment. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Swing and a miss. 5 straight strikeouts now, and there's 1 gone.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
At the plate now, Adalberto Mondesi. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole. 0-2 now.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Trying to send him packing for the 2nd time. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Wow, talk about mowing them down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
To the plate now, Alex Gordon. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And a good-looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. Oh, he brought it back. KC down in order. They're down 9-0. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and striding forward the designated hitter, Mickey Mantle.
The designated hitter, Mickey Mantle.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a ball hit toward the shortstop, Mondesi. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
1 out now in the Toronto 6th inning. And here comes Junior. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Now to the plate, Cal Ripken. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. After it is Soler. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order, but they'll live with it as they hold a 9-0 lead. Seventh inning ready to roll, and set to go is the second baseman, Whit Merrifield.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
No balls and 1 strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Standing in now, Jorge Soler, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The windup and the 0-1. And it's fouled away. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Got him, and that's number 15 for the ball game.
If this doesn't boost your confidence on the mound, I'm not sure what does. That's 6 pitches and 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that was a really nice fastball for the punch out on that one.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier, as he can't catch up on a fastball at the letters, and it's strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order, and against the middle of the order too.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. The 0-2 once more. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring in the third baseman, Chipper Jones.
Third baseman, Chipper Jones.
First offering on its way. Line to the right side. Soler is there, 1 away.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, John Olerud. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. In now, Johnny Bench, as he rips it on the ground to second. And there's out number 2.
And this is not an easy play where you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Tony Gwynn. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
And with his speed, he's one of those rare guys who you'd actually like to see keep the ball on the ground. You can't beat out a fly ball in this game.
And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third. He pulls into second safely, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
The second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Josh DeMont enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Number 63, Josh DeMont.
Stepping in now, Roberto Alomar, as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. Driven nicely into the gap. In at second safely, as a run will score on the play as well.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
Into the box now, Ted Williams, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. This year against right-handed pitching, Williams is hitting over 400. Doesn't matter if you're talking about a series of games or a whole career. That's an impressive figure.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business. And maybe more importantly, his OPS is through the roof as well, which means he's doing it with damage.
Struck him out. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 8th inning coming up. The Jays are out in front, 11-0. And up steps Salvador Perez. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Now batting.
Phillies fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. So coming to the plate, Ryan O'Hearn. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
And it's 0-1 to the Kansas City first baseman. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
At the plate now, Michael Franco. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. You talk about bragging rights. 2 cities that love their baseball teams, and geographically they match up. Even though they're not division foes, it's for bragging rights, and this is what it's all about.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now. KC down in order. They trail in this one 11-0. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the DH, Mickey Mantle.
The designated hitter, Mickey Mantle.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard up the middle, and this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
Every game the pitcher gets the lineup card, he circles the guy that can't beat him. Well, obviously he didn't circle this guy. That's his 3rd knock of the game, and he has been on fire lately.
Junior.
To the plate now, Ken Griffey Jr. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gordon is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Into the box, Cal Ripken. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes this the other way to right. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher when you can't go one way when you pitch a guy in. He pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real...
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Racing back to center fielder, to the track, to the wall. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. So Chipper dials long distance. A 3-run dinger. Home run number 5 on the year as the blowout continues.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful hack like that in the league.
Into the box, John Overroot.
Number 9, John.
Oh, and now this ball's in the air to deep right center. Phillips is going back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them pay. Nice double off the wall here.
Eric Skoglund comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one.
Eric Skoglund.
In now, Johnny Bench. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Heading after it is Phillips. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Striding in and working on a terrific performance in this one, Tony Gwynn. And we'll see if he can put together a rare 5-hit performance here. Has a look, now the pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Here comes Gordon. He can't get there as it falls in. The throw into second. The tag, and he's out going for second. That'll end the inning, but they do score one on the play. So they score 4 times on 5 hits, no errors, and no one left. We've played 8 full. The Blue Jays on top, 15-0.
Leading off for Kansas City, the center fielder, number 14.
At the plate, Brett Phillips. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0. High pop-up. Alomar is there for it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now back, the shortstop, Adalberto Mondesi.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Adalberto Mondesi. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And the pitch. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike 1.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
1 out, nobody on. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there. The straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Into the box now, Alex Gordon. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Fouled away. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. And he got him as the Blue Jays finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the first. So close to baseball history.
15-0 the final in this one. Toronto posted 15 runs in this one. Bob Feller with his 4th win this season as he allows only 2 hits over 9 full innings. Heath Fillmyer struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. The Jays have rattled off 16 straight wins. Will they make it 17? Find out next. Babe Ruth gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Coming to the plate now, Luis Arias. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
The second baseman, Luis Arias.
First pitch on its way. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball one. Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, they come in unbeaten and playing well here in the early going.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Two and one now to the Twins leadoff man.
Wow, third pitch of the game. That looked like a pretty good pitch. If that's called a ball, it could be a rough night for the pitchers tonight.
Now here it comes. To 2-2 now.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that unless you're looking for it and time it just right. Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
So that'll bring in Byron Buxton, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. Still without a home run and 4 RBIs. And he fouls this one off. Ruth was born in Maryland. It's been in the big leagues for over 2 decades now. That kind of longevity is extremely rare in just about any sport, and it's great to see.
Yeah, there's just no other way to slice it but the fact that if you're going to hang in for over 2 decades, you're probably Hall of Fame worthy, or at least have accrued the numbers to get you there. I mean, for people to stay in the game that long, the amount of adjustments you have to make and the ability to find a way to stay on the field, to go to the post and stay healthy for over 2 decades is mind-blowing.
The next twin up, Nelson Cruz. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end.
Down go the Twins in order. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Jake Odorizzi, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Jake Odorizzi is a really good pitcher. Doesn't get a lot of respect for the quality that he has. Low to mid-90s fastball, great straight changeup, and more importantly, a curveball that he can throw at any time. A really strong three-pitch mix. He's a pitcher, not a thrower.
Now to the plate, Tony Gwynn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. And that's taken for strike one. And guys, as we take a look at the Twins at the start of play here tonight, they come in a bit of a rough patch. They've dropped 4 in a row. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Batting second, the second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Now at the plate, Roberto Alomar, hoping to stay hot as he came through with a 4-hit contest yesterday afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted the other way to left center. Chasing after it is Rosario. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Batting third, no left fielder, Ted.
Now batting, Ted Williams. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Odorizzi gets the sign, and the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nothing in the Toronto first. We'll go to the second from Rogers Center with no score. Second inning set to go, and striding forward the designated hitter, Miguel Sano. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Hey, a changeup can be a pretty good pitch on the first pitch. Kind of slow down a good fastball hitter.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty. Hey, you know what, Dero? This Ed Drummond, he's a good umpire. Fair umpire, good ball and strike umpire. Pretty much straight down the road.
That's all you look for, Dan. Just be consistent. I don't care if you're given 2 to 3 inches off the outside corner, but you can't do it on the inside corner. If you're going to stick to one thing and stay consistent with it, no player will have a gripe with you.
The catcher, number 8, Mitch Garver.
Up next for Minnesota, Mitch Garver, the American League's Silver Slugger behind the plate a year ago. First offering on its way. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And a scaling attempt to the wall, but it'll be in vain because this ball is gone. So a solo shot here to left center field. Second home run early in the year as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
That is good. The first baseman,
Max Kepler, the next to grab a bat. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. That average at .291 to start the day. 3 homers and 4 RBIs. And it's fouled away. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Breaking ball called third strike as that catches the zone for out number 2.
Every pitcher gives up home runs, some more than others, but the best ones forget about them as soon as the next guy digs into the batter's box. He showed me a lot right there by going after the next hitter and striking him out on only 3 pitches.
At the plate now, Eddie Rosario. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. A 1-1. On the ground to the right side.
Alomar fields it cleanly.
Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. But the Twins fire the opening salvo as they're on the board courtesy of this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 1-0 Minnesota. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Mickey Mantle. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. That's lifted the other way out to left.
Chasing after it is Rosario.
He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The center fielder, Ken Griffey.
At the plate, Ken Griffey Jr. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Looking up is the center fielder. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot for Junior. 6th home run on the season for him, as the Blue Jays are even now at 1 run apiece.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Stepping in now, Cal Ripken. Swing and a hot shot toward third. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
Standing in, Chipper Jones, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. A ball that's carrying. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. The relay, and he is in there.
Hey, after that base knock right there, he's into double digits, Dero. That's a 10-game hitting streak.
Oh, you talking about double digits, Dan? Now it's getting firm. We're seeing the batting average go up. We're seeing the homers go up. We're seeing the RBIs go up. Everything is moving north.
So now to the plate, John Olerud, as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. The 0-1 pitch. Smoke toward the hole. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's now a 2-1 ball game. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle his guy down. Into the box, Johnny Bench. Swing and a liner. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now 3-1.
The right fielder, number 19, Tony Gwynn.
Standing in now, Tony Gwynn.
As he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center.
Center fielder giving chase. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And he will beat the throw home. It's a 4-1 score now.
That was a good controlled swing out of him there. And that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
Digging in now, Roberto Alomar. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive to center field. And that's in there. Base hit.
Dan, after that base hit right there, we're talking about 2 full weeks of finding a way to be productive and get a knock.
Good to think about that. You think how hard it is to get a base hit in a professional baseball game, and for him to be able to do it 14 consecutive days in a row. As a pitcher, you have to just tip your cap to this guy.
In now, Ted Williams. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Rosario retreats to the track, and he'll put this one away. So a sigh of relief as the side is retired. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Jays lead it 4-1. Top of the third set to get underway, and that brings up the former American League MVP Josh Donaldson.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First pitch of the at-bat. Donaldson, once an Atlanta Brave, he signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Well, he certainly wasn't intimidated on the mound right there. He had to stare down a really good hitter, and instead of working around the zone, he challenged him with 3 straight good pitches. I like that he didn't give his opponent too much credit.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. As with one away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Here's the pitch. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. 4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
A ball and 2 strikes to the Twins shortstop.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Up next for Minnesota, the second baseman, Luis Arias.
At the plate, Luis Arias. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Alomar is there, and the side is retired. Twins are set down 1-2-3. They trail it 4-1. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Mickey Mantle. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now. And gone. Home run. Solo shot to right center. Number 11 for him on the season as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
To the plate now, Ken Griffey Jr. Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, dealer in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Stepping in now, Cal Ripken. High in the air out to center field. Buxton has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Chipper Jones.
So 1 away in the Toronto third, and that'll bring in the third baseman, Chipper Jones. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into center field, line drive base hit. Long throw to third. Throw won't get him.
Well, Matt, as we take a look at his line here, he might not know all the specifics, but he knows he hasn't been pitching all that well in this one. Sometimes it happens. You start a game and never completely get into that rhythm. Seems to be the case here.
So now to the plate, John Olerud. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And he is safe at the plate as they open things further to 6-1 now.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the second run of the inning.
In now, Johnny Bench, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, pressure's off right now. He extended his hitting streak that last plate appearance. Now he gets to get back into his zone, work on his craft.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. There's a line drive base hit to left field. And they're going to hold that runner at third base, as even with 2 away, they didn't like their chances there.
Well, they've been treating him like a punching bag out there. As we take a look at the line, you could see that he's given up double-digit hits, and things don't look like they're going to get any better. He might not last much longer.
Now here comes the Twins manager on his way to the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So a less than stellar performance here tonight as he makes the early exit and forces that bullpen into action much earlier than anticipated. Homer Bailey is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the third inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings. At the plate now, Tony Gwynn, as he grounds one briskly to short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the Twins 1. Matt Vasgersian, Mark DeRosa, and Dan Plesac back with you as Byron Buxton readies to lead off the inning.
Byron Buxton.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that's in there for a strike.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled away. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Cruz.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. And he fouls this one off. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Nope. Ball 1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Bases are empty. 1 man out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
Fastball, and it gets by him. A swinging strike.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
Here now the 2-2. And it's fouled away. Now another 2-2. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
No better way to minimize the potential damage a cleanup hitter can do than to strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the guys at the top of the lineup.
So the big bat of Miguel Sano digs in next. Fouled off. Flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there. Way to break up the rhythm. That was almost 8 in a row. This guy was starting to get his bearings about him on the mound. Had to break it up.
Into the box now, Mitch Garver. Fouled away. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Sano at second with 2 down. One and 2 to the Twins catcher.
He didn't look overly fooled right there, because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the 4th inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And standing in as the switch-hitting second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
So make it 2 hits for him in this one as he's on base here in the home 4th. And as we call on the team leaderboard, you can see that he currently paces the Blue Jays in that category. Into the box, Ted Williams, as he sends it on the ground to first. Gonzalez for 1, on to first, a double play. Twins are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
Well, this one's really easy to dissect. Too many pitches left over the heart of the plate. 3 bombs allowed in this one. He's going to have to do a better job of throwing quality pitches down the road.
Here's the first pitch to him. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Rosario is camped under this one as he tucks this one away to retire the side. 4 pitches, all it takes to retire the Jays. They hold on to their 6-1 lead. Back now here at Rogers Center, and here's Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Twins to discuss his thoughts on Minnesota's lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Leading off for the
All right, Heidi, thank you.
The first baseman, Matt Kepler.
First offering on its way. Max Kepler will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Popped him up. Overroot over to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 20, Eddie Rosario.
Stepping up to the plate, Eddie Rosario comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
Now here it comes.
Nope, at the ball.
Rosario is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. And it's fouled away. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Josh Donaldson digging in now, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And that's a called strike at the letters, though that looked high from here. It's 0-2 now.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second.
Alomar has it.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Down go the Twins in order. They trail 6-1. Set now for the bottom of the fifth, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Ken Griffey Jr. First offering on its way. And right into the shift. This is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Rosario is there. 1 out.
The batter, number 8. Shortstop, Cal Ripken Jr.
Digging in once again, Cal Ripken. It was a fly out for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish.
Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. Gone! A solo shot here to left. Number 10 for him on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game. At the plate, Chipper Jones.
The third baseman,
As it's grounded sharply to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 9, John Olerud.
Stepping in for the Jays, John Olerud. It was an RBI sac fly for him last time through. Here comes the first pitch. Line towards center field. Buxton is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. Jays add one more on the solo home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight, and the lead is stretched to 7-1. So striding in, Marwin Gonzalez. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball taken.